Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a very quick one, I believe. And for the piece of fabric I am using, it's about 15 inches, about 21 inches by 25 inches. That's what I have. So I'm going to be folding into a triangular form, and then I'll fold over again for a square. If you want a bigger bag, all you have to do is to increase the measurement and you have a bigger one. But because I like smaller ones, I am making a small bag. So my fabric is folded into four. By the time you are done cutting it, you are going to have two pieces. At the folded part, I am marking at 5 inches, sorry. I marked at 5 inches on both sides, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a square. These 5 inches I marked, I later remarked it. You're going to see it at the middle of the video, or as we go on with the video. So I just made a square, and I'm going to go ahead and use my free hand to make a curve here, or you can as well go ahead and use your tape if you want, and create something like a semicircle there. So from there I am marking at 4 inches. Then from that 4 inches, I'm going to use my free hand to connect this point. You're going to see how I connected it. So as I'm going down, I'm going to make it longer. So you can see that the 4 inches, I'm not going down or going round with 4 inches. I'm just going to go ahead and extend it with my free hand. You can see the way it is. Please go ahead and do the same. And just like I mentioned, if you want a bigger bag, please go ahead and extend all your measurements. You're going to see how mine came out at the end of the video. If you haven't subscribed up to this moment, please take 1 minute to join the growing family. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share my videos to family and friends. So once I am done cutting it out, I'm going to cut out the top part so that we have two different pieces at this point. So this is it. After I was done, we are going to proceed work on one first. So as you can see down, the opening is wider than it was at the last clip, and that's because I increased the measurement about 1.5 inches so that I will have enough space to plait this Ankara bag. So we are going to go ahead and start plating this. The reason for increasing it is that I plaited the initial measurement that we used, and when I was done plaiting it, I discovered that the opening of the bag was very small. I can't use it to do anything, so that's why I increased the measurement. So you can leave it that way if you want it small that way, or you can increase it just like I did. So I'm going to make plates on this, just small plates about ½ inch or 0.75 inch on the bag. So it's not something big, just small plates, about 4 plates or 5 plates. And I'll do the same thing for the other piece as well. And while plating, I'm going to go ahead and pin it down. Once I am done pinning this, I'm going to go ahead and stitch those places so that it can all be held in place. And this is after I was done. I'm just taking out all my pins. And that same plate that we made, I'm going to extend it to the hemming side of the bag, and I'll pin it down as well, so that by the time you want to stitch it, you don't start struggling to get where the plates are. So once I am done plating all this, I'm going to do front facing front on this bag, and I'll arrange all the pieces, the two piece well. Then as well go ahead and pin it down before going to your sewing machine to stitch. So I'll stitch the hemming side all the way around by ½ inch. And once I am done with this, I just took out all my pins, and I'm going to go ahead and trim off all the excesses. And once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and cut out a lining for this. The one under is the first lining that I cut out, but I discovered that the opening is too small, so I'm going to record this. All you have to do is to place the main fabric on a folded fabric and then trace it all around. You're going to use your chalk to trace it, or just cut it out all around the way it is. Just look at the video, you understand what I am trying to say. I'm just cutting out the exact measurement for the main fabric that we have. If you have your normal lining, please go ahead and make use of it, but for me, I am just using the same fabric as my lining. So once I am done, I'm just taking out all the pins, and then I'll stitch by 1/2 inch at the hemming side. And this is it after I was done with the stitching. You can see how it is now. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch it down with the main fabric. I'm just placing it, so I'll just place it to face each other, and I'm going to open both pieces up, and I'll make it front facing front. And once I make it front facing front, I'm going to start pinning at one side of it. You can see where I am pinning. I'm making sure that the other side is not getting to the pins, so I'll pin from one end to the other. Once I am done pinning that, I'll stitch it all the way through, and then I'll do the same thing for the other side. I'll pin it down and then go to my sewing machine to stitch it down. And remember, we're not stitching at that pointed place that's at the beginning. I don't know what to call it, or let's say the handle space. So that's where we're going to turn this bag inside out. So from there, I'm going to turn it out to the right side. Once I am done turning this inside out, I'm going to arrange it well, and then I'll hold it well and then stop stitch it so that the lining can sit well inside it. So this is it after I was done stop stitching it. You can see how it's coming together. So we're going to go ahead and attach our zip to this, and for this we're going to be stitching the bag on top of the zip. We're stitching it the way we want to attach the on our clothes. So I'll place it on top of on the bag and then stitch it down, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. I'm just holding it with my pin so that I don't make mistake of by the time I'm done stitching the bag, I'll find out the one side is longer than one. So I'm just stitch it all the way through. So this is the zip after we are done, the zipper after we are done stitching it down. So we are going to go ahead and work on the handle of this bag. So for this, I am cutting a fabric about 2.5 inches length and then 2 inches wide. And this fabric is 2. I am cutting 2 of it. I'll use one to turn one, so I'm stitching on both sides, and then I'll cut out another one and stitch on both sides as well. I just want her to turn it inside out. So the next thing I'm going to do is to turn this edge of the bag to the wrong side, and then I'll fold the piece into 2 and then put it from the right side. Just look at the video, you understand what I'm trying to say. So once I put it there, I'll arrange it well and then stitch it down. While stitching this, I did not stitch on my zipper. There's no need stitching on the zipper. Just stitch to where your fabric ends. And I'll do the same thing for the other side. I'll stitch it down as well. So once I am done, I'm going to cut out all the excesses there that I don't need, and then I'll turn it in and then pull the piece out. So this is it after I am done. The label on the fabric, I'm going to take it out later. The reason why I didn't remove it is because that place is going to be so sticky for me to stitch. I don't know if there's any other way to remove that without it sticking to the my sewing machine. So once I am done, I'm just going to go ahead and arrange all my pieces. And this is the handle I'll be using. If you like, you can use the chain. You could just buy it from the market. There is they sell it where they sell bag materials, or even where they sell jewelries. But this is my old handle bag that I decided to use. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe and share my videos. You can see that the bag is small and I love it. See you in my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching.